Good morning from Korea. I arrived last night around like 5:30 p.m. and immediately went to the Myeongdong night market, which was very similar to kind of the street market vibes in Taiwan. There was food, there were homemade goods, shopping, all the things, and I ended up getting my very first Korean corn dog. Corn dog was pretty good. Everybody told me coming to Korea that nobody uses cash really, but then all of the stalls at the night market only took cash, so that was kind of a mess. But after the night market, I went to a speakeasy, which was actually in the basement of the Four Seasons. I was looking for this place for like 20 minutes, maybe like 10 o'clock at night, and I had to have one of the hotel staff show me like a side door, but the vibes were absolutely incredible. It was such a beautiful place and so busy. They had a little welcome drink and a few little snackies, fries with various dips, and a very fancy elevated pisco sour, and then I headed in for the night. But now I've got a big day of sightseeing ahead. I am ready for a coffee and some breakfast. Something interesting about Korea is that they do not use Google Maps. Some military reason. They have this app called Naver that I've been using to navigate. I don't really like it. Like, it doesn't feel like a real app. I guess Google Maps just doesn't work here at all, really. I'm just arriving at the Gyeongbokgung Palace. Korea has some tricky pronunciations here, I will not lie. It's about 1:30, trying to see the changing of the guard, which happens at 2 p.m. It's funny, I feel like the changing of the guard, depending on where you are, is like more of a show than like anything. I feel like the one in Taiwan was a fully choreographed dance routine. And they slayed. They ate it up. I'm curious to see what this changing of the guard is. If you show up wearing traditional hanbok dresses, you get in for free. The changing of the guard ceremony is just ending now. I really liked that they had narration during it. A lot of the times you see changing of the guard ceremonies and like you have no idea what's going on. So it was nice that they kind of led us through the guard ceremony. So I don't plan on spending much time here because I do want to head to my next location. A little backstory about Gyeongbokgung Palace. It's a former royal palace in Seoul, Korea. Established in 1395, it was the first royal palace of the Joseon dynasty, and now it's a major tourist attraction. There does seem to be like a different code of conduct than I was expecting here. I thought that it would be very like quiet and more respectful, like Osaka Castle. I felt was very respectful, and obviously all the memorials and shrines and temples in Japan. But I felt like during the changing of the guard, there was just a lot of people yelling and screaming and laughing very loudly, and I was kind of turned off by that, I'm not gonna lie. Like you can hear it in the background. They host the changing of the guard ceremony twice per day. It does seem like from what I saw that they really are trying to recreate the original ceremony, and it was cool that they narrated along the way to like give you insight as to what was going on. My whole life has led to this moment. Oppa Gangnam style. Wow, I took a 1-hour taxi for this. The real reason why I took an hour taxi to like the way other part of Seoul, I am going to see a friend tonight in a musical, my friend Bethany. We did a show together like 6 years ago and I've not seen her since. She's such a star! Yes! Wow! Woo. Today is Saturday, October 18th, and I am currently on a DMZ tour to see the border of North and South Korea. I'll be honest, I was a little nervous about this tour today, but seeing just how many tours are here right now, I'm not really scared anymore because they would not be bringing and allowing so many people to come to this area if it was unsafe. I know that there's a lot today that I will obviously not be able to show, but I do want to show as much as I possibly can. We're at our first stop today, which is called Imjinyak. This park is like on a very old fairground with like rusted up old rides. Like look at this little train right here. It's like so rusted and old, and there's like a couple rides over here that are really falling apart as well. Really interesting. I feel like I'm in a horror film a little bit. And this is the only place on the tour where I can actually get North Korean currency, so I'm gonna head over there right now because how cool is that? I also cannot forget to mention that the only way you can get to the DMZ is through a tour. You will not be able to just like show up here. I've always had a good experience with Viator, so I highly recommend booking through them. I'm filming on my phone right now because it's a little more discreet, but I just saw into North Korea via the Dora Observatory, which is this building right behind me, and it was really something. It was really something. I couldn't bring myself away from looking at it. I just kept looking over into North Korea because it didn't feel real until now. I'm really happy I was able to see it though. It's really cool. There were these binoculars on top of the observatory, but they were so cloudy and bad, and I wonder if that was purposeful, honestly. So this is the old observatory that's no longer being used. So now I'm in the Unification Village. We drove through, but we weren't really allowed to get photos or videos because people do live here. I mean, there's only one elementary school and there's only like 40 kids who go there. I was wondering, like, why would people want to live in the DMZ? It's so desolate and there's just not a lot here. But I guess it's really good farmland. This is so pretty. But the bridge is really tipping. I'm gonna show you. It's kind of freaking me out. There have been so many incline walks today. The biggest one being the third tunnel. Obviously that was a huge incline walk, but even just walking up this suspension bridge as it's moving, my legs are tired. A lot of inclines in Seoul. Hello. So I finished the DMZ tour and now I am waiting outside this cafe called Tortoise. On Instagram I saw that they have a tiramisu mochi pancake. And so obviously I needed to come and try it, but I didn't realize it was gonna be like an hour wait. It's about 6 o'clock. After this, I'm thinking of heading over to Zest, which is the #2 bar in Asia. And I think it's number like 15 in the world. So I'm gonna head over there for a drink and then maybe call it a night. I'm pretty exhausted from the DMZ tour, I won't lie. It was a lot of walking, a lot of incline walking. I'm pretty pooped. We've made it to the final day in Korea and I'm so excited for this day because it's a spa day for me. I just got my color analysis done. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I had never done it till now. I truly was in way over my head. I think I picked one that was a little too in-depth. I needed one that was a little bit easier, but the woman was so informative. We talked about makeup and makeup colors for stage versus every day. We talked about my hair color. We talked about obviously clothing colors to wear. And we even talked about jewelry. It was really so informative. I felt bad because I started getting very overwhelmed at times. I'm sure she's probably used to that. A lot of information all at like 10:30 in the morning, but I'm gonna get a coffee at a cafe that I am the most excited to visit here in Seoul. You guys, what an incredible day. I just spent a lot of money at Olive Young on Korean beauty, skincare, all the things. What an amazing day. I had a facial, I had a massage, I got my colors done. My hair has never felt so clean from my scalp treatment. Like, what an incredible day, an incredible trip. I'm just feeling so freaking happy to be here and to be doing this. I'm trying to tell myself, even though I am spending a lot of money traveling this year, money will always come back around. It's the memories that are gonna last a lifetime. This is truly a once in a lifetime opportunity for me to be here living in Asia, being able to travel to all these places. I would have never come to Korea if I was not living in Hong Kong. I'm just feeling so incredibly grateful and blessed. I'm really, really excited to announce my next trip, which will be in a few weeks. But until then, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.